What is up, boys and girls? My name is Adam, and today this is a live reading of Charles Bukowski's On Love by Charles Bukowski. Now, this is a collection of poetry by the man himself, Charles Bukowski. He's writing about love. Okay. With me, I got two barrels of Ritz crackers, garlic and herb pub cheese, okay, black raspberry sparkling frost from Polar. And my brother used to work for Polar, and these are the best beverages around. Best beverages you can get for a cheap price. So we're going to crack open the pub cheese. Leave it right here. No. Yeah, I'll keep it down here. You guys know it's there. Got my knife for spreading. Open up these crackers here. Let's pop one for I didn't get to finish my sentence because I was anxious to eat that Ritz, but typically I like to pop one dry, before I start spreading all sorts of cheeses on it. Just so I can appreciate the flavor of a dry Ritz, because on their own, I mean, Ritz are still beautiful. And we're gonna go ahead and pop these just whole. No 2 bites needed. We're popping these whole today. This is a really good cheese, boys and girls. It's made by, let me show you. It's made by President, which I'm going to assume is a Spanish company. Nope. Europe's leading cheese export. And, goddamn, did they make a good cheese? I mean, let's be for real here. It's just the right amount of garlic. Just the right amount of herbs. There's like a little bit of an onion flavor in there that's really pulling everything together. And I didn't get to show you, but this was a clean package. And that wasn't opened yet. It was sitting in my fridge, I think, for a week. Nobody touched it. And I was thinking, it's 9:58 at night. And I got the munchies. So let's get started here. So I'm going to assume on the cover here they have, I think they picked a quote from inside of the book. My love is a hummingbird sitting that quiet moment on the bow, as the same cat crouches. Interesting. So right up front, looks like he's got a crude little drawing of a lady with a flower in her hair and a very ornate flowery dress, and it looks like she's strutting through some door frame or something of that nature. Right. On love. So this first one is called Mine. Now before we get started, I'm going to take just a quick Ritz break. Just a smooth spread here. And again, we're going to pop them off. We're just going to pop them off. Now, right. I'm not a big fan of this one. We'll probably skip to the next one. Yeah, this one's a little long. Goes on for a couple pages. This is a good one here. I taste the ashes of your death. The blossoms shake. Sudden water. Down my sleeve. Sudden water. Cool and clean as snow. As the stem-sharp swords go in against your breast, and the sweet wild rocks leap over and lock us in. That one's called I Taste the Ashes of Your Death. Now this book is on sale for $15.99 in the U.S., $19.99 if you're in Canada. You can get this book and read that poem and all sorts of other poems just like it. Now, I've only read one other Bukowski. It was called... I don't clean my floor. Oh my God, shut up. This floor isn't clean, so I'm nervous about using this. That's not funny. Sometimes like as I'm putting food in my mouth, I have to like take a breath before I start chewing because I forget to, breathe in between bites. Like, when I start chewing. And again, we're just taking these whole here. And believe it or not, there is a method to my madness. When I take a Ritz and I spread some cheese on it, some pub cheese, yeah, we could take it 2 bites, right? But if you want to pop them whole, you got to make sure it's going in cheese first. If it's going in Ritz first, the flavor of the cheese touches the roof of your mouth first, and so you're not really getting the full effect of the cheese flavor. If you go in cheese first, because you're eating it for the cheese flavor. The Ritz is a vessel for the cheese. because it's unacceptable to eat the cheese spread without a vessel, right? Without some sort of cracker. I mean, they're made for crackers. They're not made to, you know, lick off the knife or spoon. But when you put it in cheese first, the Ritz is almost like padding, where it's like when your tongue presses up against the cheese layer, it sort of spreads all over your mouth area, your inner mouth. And, I mean, really, it kind of just, like, takes over your mouth for, like, a good 2 seconds with the cheese flavor. So we're going to move right along. All right, here we go. The Swans drown. Oh, this one's called Notice. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. The swans drown in bilge water. Take down the signs. Test the poisons. Barricade the cow from the bull. The peony from the... Chuck out rich. Should have brought the whole box up. The peony from the sun. Take the lavender kisses from my night. Put the symphonies out on the streets. Like beggars. Get the nails ready. Flog the backs of the saints. Stun frogs and mice for the cat of the soul. Burn the enthralling paintings. Piss on the dawn. My love. Is dead. That one was pretty good. Notice. That's a pretty cool one. He's got a whole bunch in here. Again, you know, take the time and comb through this one if you can. But you know, and you know, he's considered one of the greats. Maybe not, you know, on the level of, you know, Whitman or Kipling, you know, Frost. But, you know, maybe not as well known. Well, I don't know. But, you know, it definitely deserves to be. You know, it's evident from these readings. You know. Might be a little too much. That one. Sometimes if it's a little too much, I'll add an extra writ. You know. Sometimes you get a little over generous. Just happened again. I got a heavy hand when it comes to spreading cheese, you know. Well, thanks for listening. You know, definitely a poet to check out if you haven't heard of him, too. You know, he writes novels. He makes poetry collections. You know, all surrounding, surrounding a theme, common theme. You know, with each collection. You know. I'm gonna go get more Ritz crackers, and you have a good night. Thanks for watching.